Hello and welcome to another one of these videos for those of you that are newly back to exercise or have never really exercised before. Short bursts of exercise that should feel absolutely fine. Remember, you want to feel a little bit breathless. You're going to get a little bit warm, but you're not going to feel like you can't keep going. Adapt any of the exercise if you need to. Use your chair if you need as well, and give yourself space, loads of air. Lock yourself away if you don't want anyone to see what you're doing. Make sure you've got water with you, shoes that support your ankle, and just loose, comfortable clothing. Remember, it doesn't have to be sportswear. Let's get started. Let's get some music going. Back to our disco tunes. Like last time, let's just move those feet on the spot. So just walking around and roll those shoulders. Let's get them mobilized. Let's get them moving a little bit. Nice big circles all the way forward, all the way up, round the back and down. Let's go in the other direction with those shoulders coming round. Good, just keep the feet going. If you prefer to walk around, you can just walk around, it's fine. We're going to come back on the spot. Shake out those arms, those hands. Real easy toe taps forward, forward and in, forward and in. And we're just going to start really slowly. If any of you want to add a little bit of a bop to it, you're welcome to. Some of you just want to be plain, just step it, touching forward. So we're just gradually building up that heart rate. Blood pressure will go up too. We will get a little bit warm. Our movements will start small and then they gradually build up and get bigger and bigger. Going out to the side with those touches. We don't have to reach that far, just taking the legs on out. Then we're going back behind us. Just watch out, you're not going to hit anything. You need to just go sideways. You can just turn sideways. Again, we're not reaching. But if you want to do a little bit of a bump, you can. And we're going to move back on the spot, just moving those feet. Just on the spot. We can go in time and music with that. Let's start to swing those arms. And if you do want to slow it down, you can just go your own pace. You can go half speed, or you can just ignore the beat and just move those arms and move those legs. Let's go into a heel dig. Heel and together, heel and together. So you can keep it nice and slow like this. Any of you want to go a bit quicker? Come and join me, but a bit quicker. You don't have to, remember, go at your pace. You can be somewhere in between, where you're just not going with the timing of the music. We're going to be taking a step to the side and touch. So side and touch, side and touch. And just let those arms flow. There's no positioning, just let them open and close. And just take a nice stride out to the side. Are we going to start building up the movements? We're going to come back on the spot after this one. Back on the spot. And lift the knees a little bit higher. Not that high, just so we're starting to lift them up a bit. And you can just start that little upper body bump. We're going to touch behind again, like we did earlier. You can go slow. You can go at your own pace. It might not be in time with the music. You can speed it up a bit. If you feel you can, and you want to go in time with the music. You don't have to though. Just keep doing whichever version works for you. And we're going to come back and have our feet hip width. We're just going to bend the knees like a little sit to stand or squat. We're not going down low. Just bend the knees. So when you do this, bottom back, arms forward to counterbalance. Try and keep your heels in contact with the floor. And when you do bend your knees, try and keep everything in line. If your knees go out or in, you can really hurt your knees. So just focus, have a quick peek. Do your knees go in line or do they go in? And you've got to just force them out a little bit. So they're in line. One more. And on the spot. Just swing those arms a little bit more, so I want them coming up to around shoulder height. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Let momentum do it, their job. Let them swing. Let's take those legs wider. And we're going to transfer away and just touch the other leg. Have a little bend the knees in between. If it's too uncomfortable, just go side to side. And start to let your body twist a bit. Unless you've got any real damage to your spine, without using too much momentum, this is going to get you really nice and warmed up, just moving the body. And back in the spot. This is always your go-to, remember. If you feel you've done too much, you need to slow it down, recover, walking on the spot or just walking backwards and forwards. Let's just bring the hands together, round the upper back, bring your chin down to your chest as well. Keep your shoulders relaxed, feet moving. Let's bring our head up, arms into the lower back. Squeeze those elbows together. Just keep those feet moving. Open up the chest. And shake them out. We're going to put hands around our shoulders, hands relaxed. We're going to reach up with one hand, bring it back down. Other hand reaches up and back down. This movement is a shoulder press. Imagine if you were in a gym, got these weights and you're pressing your arms up and down. That's what that's called, a shoulder press. But we're just doing one at a time, rather than both arms together. We're going to do this one more time. And the next one. And relax those arms. Heel dig. Heel and together, heel and together. We're going to combine it with a bicep curl. The shoulders back, elbows in at your side. You're going to just lift one hand to the shoulder, other foot goes out in the heel dig. It doesn't matter if you're doing same arm as leg or opposites like myself. We're just bending the knees a little bit, trying to stand upright. And just allow that heel to go forwards, elbows to stay locked in at your side. But try not to move the upper arm, that's the main thing. just the lower arm that moves. We're going to change our movement, toe tapping behind. Toe tapping behind, and we're going to allow an arm to swing in front. Sometimes I like calling this one Superman, Superwoman, Super Person, depending on what you want to do. Otherwise, there's a touch back with a frontal raise. Superman seems to work best for most people. Again, don't worry about whether you're doing opposite arm and leg or the same arm as leg. What's important is that you're still moving. So we're doing a lot of cardiovascular exercise, and what that means is we're using the heart, the lungs, the muscles are demanding oxygen, so that's why our heart rate goes up, and we're going to feel like we're doing something. We're going to come back on the spot. We're going to keep our feet moving. Remember, a bit of recovery time. Walk around if it's more comfortable walking around. We're going to do a movement called an upright row. We're going to just have our hands together just in front of our body. We're going to make sure our shoulders are back and we're standing up tall. Keep your feet moving for me. You're going to bring up your hands, elbows as much as possible leading the way, and then coming back down. So I call them smiley elbows because your elbows are going up, they're not drooping down. If you're doing this, you're cheating. So elbows lead the way and back down. Just keeping your hands close to your belly, close to your body. And we're just using the tops of the shoulders on this one. So when you start feeling confident to hold a weight, you can feel a little bit of resistance. But today is all about just mobilizing, getting the shoulders moving. We don't need weights. We can do a lot of exercise without them. We're going to do one more. And then we're just going to relax those arms down, shake them out. We're going to take our legs a little bit wider. We're going to do our hamstring curl. We did it in the last video. Remember, that's like kicking your bottom as if you're going side to side and you're kicking your bottom. So I want you to find the right pace for you. Do you want to go this slow? Do you want to speed it up a bit? Do you need to hold a chair just for some balance, just to kind of keep your balance? And again, remember, it all depends on how good your knees are, how high you can get that foot towards your bottom. So imagine you're feeling warm. Imagine you're feeling that your muscles are working quite hard. But can you still hold a conversation? Beginning of our RPU scale, we want to be light to somewhat hard. So somewhat hard, remember, is I'm exercising, I know about it, but I can keep going. If you're struggling, walk on the spot, let yourself calm down until you feel you're back to that somewhat hard or even just light. Let's come back on the spot, be moving. Let's do some shoulder pressing. Hands on these shoulders. You're going to reach up, keep the feet going. Reach on up, and then bring the arm down. Take it up, and bring the arm down. Take the arm up, and bring it down. Other side. So imagine you're putting washing on a line, might be a little bit further forward than up. Reaching for something in that top cupboard. Aiming to straighten the elbow, but not lock it. So you're not jarring your arm straight. It's all controlled. We're just going to do this last one. And relax those arms back on the spot. I'm just going to go over to the side. I'm going to take 2 big steps to the side. Are you ready? 1, together, 1, and touch. Coming back, together, side, touch, out. Together, out, and touch, other way. back. And again. Do you want to add a little arm as well? Arm goes out. You can have a bent elbow. Doesn't have to be a straight arm. We don't need the arm coming up any higher than the shoulder. You want to keep the arm low? Keep it low. If you've got room, stride it out. Try and go for a bigger stride. And back we come. Good, this way. And back. One more time each way. And back we go. Let's come back into the middle. Just keep those feet going. Let yourself recover if you need to. Breathe. Have a drink of water anytime. Into knee raises. Here we go. Knee and down. Hold on to the wall, your chair, if you're a bit wobbly. Always try and use your arms to help balance you as well. So we don't need the knees to come up so high that we end up leaning forward just to get the knees up higher. I want you to be upright. I want you to stand tall. Using those big muscles. You're doing well. Keep it going. Arms are just doing something. Whether you want to touch your bent knee, that's fine. One more on each side. Let's come back on the spot. Move those feet. We're going to take our arms back, shoulders back. Both hands reaching back behind you. Push the arms back and in. Push them out and bring them back. You can do both together. So you go slow like this. You go faster if you want, but not too fast. If you prefer to do one arm at a time, one arm at a time is fine. Remember, just getting used to moving the body. We're not trying to have a mega workout. We want to feel like we've done something but not overdone it. One more. Lovely. Shake out those arms. Let's get those legs hip width apart. We're going to just do that little squat and back. So think about like before, are the hips, the knees, the feet in alignment. If you think you can go a little bit further, then push it a little bit further. But don't worry too much. If the knees are a bit painful, if they're clicking a bit, it's still very good to move them. So try not to avoid this exercise. We have to do this movement every day, getting in and out of the chair, sitting on the bed, getting off of the bed, things like that. Stepping up and down. So it's important we keep the joints mobile as much as possible. Now this one's going to get your heart rate up, so we're just going to do one more. And up we come on the spot. We're going to go back to doing our heel dips, the bicep curl. So it's heel and together, heel and together. So I've just introduced you to a few more exercises. I've got a couple more I want to do with you. From here, we're going to go back on the spot, moving our feet. We did a chest press before, where our arms reached forward and then they came back. Let's just do that, arms forward and back. As you reach your arms forward, keep your shoulders back. What I want to avoid is you reaching forwards. Upper body stays still, so just the arms, forward and back. Nothing more to it than that. One more. And then relax the arms. In the video from before, we did a V step. Remember, it's like stepping to the corners of a box. Forward, forward, back and together. Forward, forward, back and together. You can go this speed. You can speed it up if you want to. Start with this other leg. Forward, forward, back, together. Forward, forward, back, together. Just one more. And on the spot. Should we see how good your balance is? Feet hip width. We're going to go up onto both toes. Up you go, and down you come. Up you go, and down you come. If I go sideways, go as high as you can and back down. Hold the wall if you need to, or your chair. And we're really working the calf muscles, the back of the lower leg. These are really good at pumping the blood from the feet back up to the heart against gravity. That's why we always want you to keep your feet moving. One more time, just in case they're screaming at you. And let's move the feet. So we've done some exercises. Again, I've just wanted to mobilise your body without doing anything too major. There's just nice, easy toe tap in front. We're just going to bring our heart rates down. And we're just entering a little bit of a cool down phase. So just finalising the session. Touching to the side. So we're not doing any big heart pumping exercises right now. We're going to touch behind. If you need to be near something to hold on, we're going to stretch out our calf muscle, the muscle in the back of the lower leg. So we're going to take the leg out, leave it there, put the heel down. So both feet are facing forwards, the foot is facing forward, heel is on the floor. If it's too intense, bring the feet closer together, otherwise take them further apart till you feel a little stretch. We're going to come up. Just move the feet a little bit, change to the side, feet facing forwards, heels on the floor, breathe. Feel the stretch, and up we come. Just move the feet. Other one that we still might need to hold the wall or chair for. Remember, we went for your trouser leg, your sock, the back of the shoe, or where your shoelaces are. It's all about pulling that knee back, pushing your hip forward. So try not to lean, try and be as upright as you can, pulling that knee back. Releasing that, turning around, do the other leg. So sock, trouser leg, back of the shoe, push your hip forward, pull your knee back, this knee back as far as you can. You can always put your foot on a chair if that helps, if you can't quite pull it up high enough to get the stretch. And release that. Just moving the feet. If you've got room to stroll around. Place those fingers together around the upper back. Breathe. Chin to chest, just stretching out the muscles between the shoulder blades. Bring your head up. Take the hands into the lower back. Squeeze those elbows together. Open up the chest. And shake on out. We're just going to take our legs nice and wide. We're going to take a nice breath. So bend the knees. Bring the arms up to shoulder height. Stand up tall. And breathe out. Let's do that again. Breathe in, arms to shoulder height, and breathe out. One more time. Breathing in, and breathe out. Shake out those arms and those legs. And I want to thank you again for joining me for this little short exercise session, getting you into the swing of things, waking up those joints and muscles. Thank you very much. I hope you've enjoyed it. Bye-bye.